much, but I was supposed to be third.
My note says you're number 2.
Oh, okay. That's a very small seat. My name is Ed. I thought I would be third. So my notes, well, I've only got 2 pieces of paper, but I thought I would be third. So give me a second. So my sort of stand-up comedy is I like talking. I don't mind talking at people, but I prefer talking with people. So this can be a sort of, this is sentimental. This can be a sort of dialogue. For example, if at any point during my set you feel like heckling, feel free. So can we get an example of a heckle?
Boo!
Yeah, that's rude.
Fuck you.
yeah, that's nice. So if at any point during my show you feel like heckling, go nuts. We got a question. I have a prize. The first person to tell me what the capital of Wales is gets a prize.
Cardiff.
Who the fuck said that? This guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give it to you after my set. I'm not prepared, man. We'll go for my backup joke. Are you guys familiar with trains?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know trains? So I used to always miss my train. I used to miss it all the time. I'd be like, fuck, I miss my train. I keep missing my train. Damn, I miss my train. So what I did is you know Polaroid cameras? Polaroid cameras? I put a Polaroid camera and I took a photo of my train and I put it in my wallet. And that way when I miss my train, I open up my wallet, I look at it, and I don't miss my train. That's more of a kind of joke. That's kind of an joke. By the way, on the count of 3, can we have a quick boo? 1, 2, 3.
Boo!
That's the good vibe. So, who here is familiar with the term goon? Who knows what a goon is? The person now? Anyone else? A goon.
Send them the goon squad.
Goon. Thief is supposed to know. A goon is kind of, so you know when you're walking around Groningen and you see someone who's just wearing black on black and they just look incredibly aggressive all the time. They've got a short haircut and they just look angry and they don't smile. That's a goon. In Wales we call them roadmen. In Netherlands you call them, I think shawnies. You know what I mean? Like just aggressive looking men. So what I like to do is, I did this job once before. It went well. I don't know about this audience, but
You're not sure about you either.
that's a heckle. That's a heckle. I like that. Let's give a clap for that. At least I get a clap. I like going up to goons in supermarkets. They're aggressive guys. And you sort of go up to them and you go, they're all hard, and you just go, excuse me, do you work here? And they go, no, we're not doing that one. I work for Uber now. I used to work for Thuisbezorgd. Now I work for Uber. And it's a lot different. At Thuisbezorgd, you have this sort of training, this like rigorous training before you begin working. They teach you how to handle the bag and gift the bag and how to present your food to the customer and so on and so forth. So I'm like, I'm Japanese basically. I give the food and I'm super sweet and I'm polite and I genuinely, I have a 99% satisfaction review on Uber, which is weird, right? But if you apply for Uber, there's nothing. They just say bring food house. So now I've gone from Thuisbezorgd to Uber, and I'm like a free bird. Like I feel like I'm in the Wild West. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm biking around, I'm drinking wine on my bike. I'm biking with no hands. I've got like my fucking like feet like all over the shop. And as long as when you deliver the food, you're like, have a lovely evening. You get good reviews. This is a joke about. Well, has anyone ever taken a shit in a Japanese toilet?
Yep. Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Reaction?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then you'll know about this. In Japan, they have this thing. It's very shameful to, if you're in the toilet and you're taking a poopy, you don't want the other people around you to hear you taking a shit, right? So there's a little button on the side of the toilet which you press, and it plays like calming, sort of like Nokia ringtone forest music, right? So you'll be in the toilet and then you'll be taking a slash or whatever, and next to you just hear like no, and I feel like that's redundant because then you know the man shitting, If anything, you can poop quietly. There's a technique, if you just put a piece of paper on the, I used to be insecure about pooping. So if you just put a piece of paper on the bottom of the toilet and you poop on it, it's silent as heck. But in Japan, they like to include music to make it seem like they do not shit. But when I was there, I could tell when everyone pooped. That's a joke. This is all relatively new material. Eddie Murphy, Dr. Dolittle, and Madagascar. I've done this joke a lot of times, it never worked, but I still think it's fucking weird. You know Eddie Murphy and Dr. Dolittle? You know Madagascar? You know there's animals? For example, Chris Rock plays a zebra, or Eddie Murphy will talk to you like a pigeon, and the pigeon will be like, "Alright mate, how you fucking doing?" How can a pigeon have a Cockney accent? Even in this world, right, where animals can speak languages, or in Madagascar, why would a zebra sound like Chris Rock? Does anybody understand this? They're from New York, sure, but the zebra was brought from wherever the fuck zebras come from, to a zoo and trained by a man, and then I don't know, I just found it weird, really weird. No, you didn't break the joke was broken. It was, if anything, you fixed it. Vin Diesel. I'd like to address the elephant in the room. Vin Diesel is fucking retarded. Vin Diesel is so dumb. There's not much of a punchline, but I don't know why he's still in films. I don't know why that's an angry joke. I want to keep it positive. And this is listed as potential jokes. So if those are bad, these are gonna be fucking do you know the film 13 Going on 30?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the premise is there's this girl, she's 13 and she really wants to be 30 years old. She really wants to be 30. So she goes in the closet, I think she kisses some guy, she comes out the closet and she's 30 years old. And the next scene is her and she's just come out the shower and she just shags some dude. So you've got this 13-year-old girl's brain in the mind of a fully grown woman who's just been boned by a regular dude. That weird. First of all. Second of all, she's running a business. And third of all, she's missed like, what's 30 minus 13?
27.
17? She's missed 17 years of her life. So all of her, so many relatives could be dead, but she just wakes up like, oh, what the fuck's going on? I found that weird. I speak Dutch. Ik kan Nederlands. Maar ik heb gewoon I have a good Dutch accent, right? Ik kan gewoon zo praten, weet je. Ik kan zo praten, wacht gewoon 12 een patatje. But as soon as it gets a little bit complicated, I have to switch back to English. So it's sort of like if you were like an English guy, you're alright mate, how you doing? I like a fucking cup of tea and a fucking baguette. And the guy goes, alright mate, no love. Do you want also hot HB sauce? And you go, oh no, mon excuse, je n'ai pas parlé anglais. It kind of makes sense as a joke, I suppose. I've got 1 minute left. I'd like to end my set with 1 minute of questions. Do you have any questions from the audience?
Waar kom je vandaan?
Ik kom uit Wales. Do you know, is Wales a country? Is it? Does it have a language?
Welsh.
Fuck me. One more question?
Why are you so bad at rugby?
I'm bad at rugby?
Why are Wales so bad at rugby?
I think we won the other day, apparently.
Not today, but last week we beat you 27-7.
Well, today we beat someone else, so... You're talking about the past. And yeah, I'm sorry for the lackluster set. I really thought I was third. If I was third, I would have been 10% better at max. And last thing, I do this at every show, it never works. I'm gonna plug my Instagram because it's very good. My Instagram is a Welsh comedian. Nobody cares about it. I got that name. I apologize again for my set. I'm sorry. Have a lovely night.